What's up guys, it's Rhythm, and I'm going to be showing you guys the build I currently play in the game because due to popular requests you guys all want to see and know exactly what my spec is, and that's totally cool. So I'm going to show you guys. Alright, now I didn't really want to show this, but I mean a lot of stalkers don't do exactly what I do, and while that's fine and everything, I think they just don't really see the full potential of the stalker class, because there's a lot of ways you can play the stalker class, but it's very rare that I find somebody that does as much damage as me or even plays the same style as me. So let me just jump right into it and show you guys, and I'll show you guys my gear. I'm wearing full PvP gear, and I know there's a bug right now that, you know, PvP offense doesn't really matter and all of that stuff, and it's just glitched. I know that, but I still feel like I do a shit ton of damage. Like, I don't have a problem with it, and then I live longer. I mean, I haven't really had anybody whoop my ass. So anyways, yeah, I had the full PvP gear. The only thing I really gemmed was my claws, and that's just because I was just playing around with it. I think I'm only gonna gem when I get my actual gear that I'm gonna be playing with, so don't mind that. Alright, let's jump into the abilities and amps. This is the important part because this is what makes you. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to run obviously, as you can see right here, the default Shred and then Impale. Now in the last patch, Shred got it got nerfed, right? So I mean, it still feels like it does a lot of damage to me, so I don't know. But anyways, and then I go with Impale, and I max out Impale all the way because those tier 4 and tier 8 upgrades are just badass. You gotta have them. Okay, this is where most of your damage comes from. And then I also get Punish because it's the ability you use after getting a crit, which is for a stalker like no fucking problem. You get a crit after every hit, pretty much. Okay, so this is needed for the burst that you get, and I go all the way up to tier 4 obviously, and then I get the next 3 tiers from that, just to pump out that damage. Now I grab nothing in support because this is usually just tanks. So we go in the utility tree, and I actually get a lot of skills from here. So as you can see, I get the stun, the default stun. I get both stuns, to be exact. I also get Pounce because it's a great gap closer, whether anybody wants to say it or not. It's the best gap closer. I also get Tactical Retreat because this just gives you, one, it gives you another stealth, and two, it gives you a way to just totally get out of situations that are very, you know, scary or dangerous. And then last but not least, I get Preparation, and this is like a must-have for any stalker just because of the heal. If you don't do it, people are just gonna dwindle you down in duels and arena. You're squishy as a stalker, so you really need this ability. So obviously, I go up to tier 4 just to get the heal. You definitely want to go up to tier 4 and get that upgrade. And now with the remaining points that I do have, I put them into to the stun. You know, I go up because it gives you more damage. It also gives you, I think, like what, 0.30 seconds of stun, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, hey, anything helps. Okay, so that's pretty much my abilities. Now if we go into my amps, you can see my exact tree here, and I'm pretty sure you know exactly what they are, but I'll go ahead and just say like the tier 2 stuff for you guys that don't know. Okay, so I get Unfair Advantage. This is like a preference. You don't really need this one, but it definitely doesn't hurt to have that suit power. You know, that's what you need. Then you want to get these three. These three, I think, are the main things you need for damage, which is Brutally Mastery, you need Devastate, and you also need Onslaught. All of these give you assault power. They give you an empower. They just give you the damage. You need these to be able to pump out that damage. Now, I obviously go down to here, and you can see how I go down to here, and then here's tier 2 for this one. Now these I think are very important as well. Okay, so you want to get Assassin, which if you don't know what Assassin does, it's kind of hard to explain. I'll explain it in this video in a little bit, but it's a must-have for any stalker in my opinion, because you get pulled out of stuff so easily from the big ass telegraphs. You need this. Okay, and then last but not least, you get this. You can no longer be dazed, balanced, which is awesome for melee, because I can't tell you how many times I'm chasing a spell slinger or chasing a medic or something and I'm dazed. It sucks. Okay, it really does suck. With this amp, you can't be dazed, obviously, so it's really good. So in this part, I'll explain to you my rotations and exactly how I set up my kills. Okay, so pretty much I'm gonna do this on my dummy so you guys can see, and then we'll have like a little live target in just a minute. So obviously you start in stealth, okay, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get about 2 to 3 impels off, and then also your Punish, which is the crit, or the ability you can use after you crit. Now if you do this fast enough, the person won't have time to react. So if you throw about 2 to 3 impels off, and then you throw a punish, and then followed instantly, like right after each other, by a stun, he can't do anything, okay? And then right after the stun, you're gonna follow up with another stun, with a tactical retreat, and then another impel. And by this time, they're almost dead. Let me show you, okay? So what you do is this: do 3 impels, 1, 2, 3, punish, stun. Now they're stunned, you do a couple white hits, and then when they're about to get out of the stun, you do that, and then a tactical retreat to get back in stealth. I don't know why. Oh, because my thing. Wow. And then boom. Alright guys, so obviously I fucked up that last part pretty bad. So I'm just gonna show you guys on a live target, and this is my buddy Pulsive. He's gonna demonstrate. Alright, so pretty much you do the exact rotation I just explained to you, and this is what it should look like on a warrior. And mind you, a warrior is actually the tankiest person you'll probably fight, so this is probably the most minimal damage that I could possibly get out on somebody. Spellslinger or anybody else would be tons more, okay? So like I said, you want to get this couple impels off, followed by the punish into a stun, and then you just follow up with another stun, and blah blah blah. So this is what it should look like, okay? So here we go: impels, punish with a stun, couple white hits into another stun, back into stealth with another, and then you just take it from there. And boom, look at his health. His health is literally almost gone. Now I know he's standing still, and there'll be a lot of people that are like, no one with a brain will let you do that to them when they're, you know, when they're actually there, which is completely true, okay? But if you land these stuns, I mean, you should be able to follow the general idea, okay? It should be the same idea. And with all that being said, guys, that is pretty much my video about my build, my amps, my talents, my rotations, everything like that. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. And if you enjoyed this build, this spec, and you liked it so much, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I want to try to get like 10 to 15 this time, so we'll see if we can do it. But anyways, guys, my name is Rhythm, and I'm out. Peace.
We don't have to worry about nothing, 'cause we got the fire, and we burning one hell of a something. They're gonna see us from outer space, light it up like we're the stars of the human race.